Welcome to episode 127 of the quest lore series, Tale of the Righteous. To start this quest you must have completed X marks the spot and Client of Kourend. You speak to Phileas Rimmer in the Shazian encampment. He was once a soldier, but is now retired from fighting. When he was a boy, his grandfather would tell the story of his ancestor Magnus Rimmer, an explorer who lived 1,000 years ago. He was asked to lead an expedition to Mount Quidamorton in the Kebos lowlands. He never returned and was declared perished on the expedition. Phileas recently received a parcel from an unnamed sender, this being an old journal written by King Shazian VII himself, who originally sent Magnus on the expedition. Most of the journal is illegible, except a few readable extracts and a note stolen from the Tower of Magic during the uprising against Xeric. It says Quidamorton's creatures are compatible, the expedition is proving successful, and soon will be ready to mass produce. The strange extract was written in the 37th century, which is weird because the reportedly unsuccessful expedition happened during the 36th century. Phileas wants to learn more about the expedition and thinks that you can find this out in the Archaeus Library's historical archive. You ask Pegida about the expedition and learn about King Shazian's work on the Tower of Magic. Most of the time was spent building the prison, and this happened around the same time as the expedition. Pegida says you can be teleported there, although the magic is unstable. In the middle of the room, you see a strange device. You push it and attack it with different styles, turning the colours of the crystals white. When this is done, it opens a gate and you investigate the skeleton inside. There's some writing carved into the floor saying, "Lizards on the mountain, do not trust the king, the altar is a lie." You return to Phileas Rimmer to update him on the information that you found. You now need to retrace the steps of those who went on the expedition, firstly needing Lord Shazian's approval, which has just one condition, that any information you find, you report to him first. Historian Duffy on Quidamorton has been researching the mountain for a while. He believes that the lizard men may not be of natural origin and might have existed during the time of King Shazian VII before Xeric's rule. Duffy recently found a small crevice on the western face of the mountain that appears to be man-made. You attach a rope and then venture in. Inside you mine a boulder that's in the way and then push another one down. A corrupt lizardman appears, which you defeat and then pass through the magic gate. On the other side you find an unstable altar. As you approach, you hear a strange voice saying not to touch it. You update Historian Duffy, who now goes to the altar. He believes that this cave predates Xeric. The mage, Nossi, recounts that the Dark Altar was the key to Xeric's power, and why he was able to unstoppably rule Kourend for 100 years. When he was finally defeated, he came to Quidamorton to build the chambers of Xeric so he could rest. Nossi wondered how Xeric was able to survive without the Dark Altar, and due to the discovery of this cave, she now has an answer. The energy here, similar to that of the Dark Altar, could have been used to allow Xeric to live for hundreds of years after his defeat. Nossi would like you to update the library with what you've learnt, but first you must speak to Lord Shazian. You mention all the evidence discovered during this quest, but firstly need to see the parcel that was given to Phileas, as we don't know who handed it to him. When you enter Phileas's house, he is no longer there and everything has been trashed. The reason Lord Shazian wanted you to go to him first when you discover any new information is simply because he didn't want his family name tarnished or for any new discoveries to present him in a bad light. It could also be believed that he is the one who would have ordered for Phileas's house to be destroyed. You receive 8,000 coins, a memoir page and a favour certificate. Completing this quest is a requirement for A Kingdom Divided. Join me next time where I'll explain the lore behind the Forsaken Tower.